Now we will try to see the different stages of mitosis. The different stages of mitosis are interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. There are basically 5 different phases in the mitosis to be called as interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. The interphase itself has got 3 phases to be called as the G1, G2, and G1, S and G2 phases. What happens in the G1 phase is RNA and protein are synthesized. The volume of the cytoplasm increases. In the S phase, the chromosome duplication takes place and synthesizes of more DNA takes place. And in the G2 phase, the same, that is RNA and protein synthesis necessary for the cell division continue. So these are the 3 different phases of the cell cycle to be called as interphase. This interphase, please do not get mixed up, earlier was also known as the resting phase. What was it known as? Resting phase. But now present researchers have found out so many activities take place in this interphase, therefore they do not call it a resting phase, but instead put it under the 3 phases to be known as G1, S and G2 phase. Okay, now we will try to see what happens in the prophase. Okay, there are huge number of steps that takes place in the prophase, and we will see what happens in the prophase. In the prophase, the first thing it happens is the chromosome becomes short and thick. In the prophase, the chromosome becomes short and thick. Okay, after that, what happens is it is clearly visible. Clearly visible. Now, number 2, what happens after that is the chromosome duplication has already taken place in the interphase. Then 2 sister chromatids remain attached to one another. That is, if this if this is one sister and another sister, they are attached to one another by a centromere. Okay, so if these 2 are chromosome, what are they? Sister chromosome. This is one chromosome, chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 2. Then these 2 sister chromosomes are attached together with one another by a centromere. Duplication of the centrosome takes place. In the cell, in one end of the cell, there is a small structure to be called as centrosome. So, duplication of the same chromosome or centrosome. If this is a cell, okay, there is a nucleus here. There is a small structure here to be known as centrosome. What is it called? Centrosome. A duplication of the centrosome takes place. Okay, this or duplicate of the centrosome takes place. Then this centrosome move and occupy an opposite pole. Okay, what does it do? It moves and occupies a position in the opposite pole. Then after it moves there, star-like structures are formed, which is known as asters. Okay, these star-like structures are formed, which are known as asters. Then this is basically to do something with the prophase. Okay, so many different things took place in the prophase. After that, after the formation of the asters, what happens? A dotted ray-like structure will be formed across the entire length of the cell, and this is known as spindle fiber. What is it known as? Spindle fiber will be formed. Then after the formation of the spindle fiber, this nuclear membrane disappears. What happens to it? It disappears. Then the chromosome then move to the equatorial plane. The chromosomes which are present here will move to the equatorial plane. Now, we understood like what are the different things that takes place in the prophase. That is, the chromosome becomes short and thick. It will be clearly visible. Yes, and the two chromosome that has been formed, that is the duplication of the chromosome, has already taken place in the interphase, right? Then that basically the two chromatids, the two sister chromosomes, will be held together by a centromere. Then after that, the centrosomes divide, or let's say duplicate, and after duplication, one of the centrosomes move to the opposite pole. After moving to the opposite pole, ester formation takes place, which is a star-like thing starts to form. Then after the formation of the ester, the spindle fiber appear. After the formation of the spindle fiber, what happens? The nuclear membrane disappear, and after the nuclear membrane disappears, the chromosome move to the equatorial plane. Now we will see it in a diagrammatic structure, in a diagrammatic form. What happens? Okay. If this is your cell and here is your nucleus, okay, the chromosome becomes short and thick. What happens to the chromosome? It becomes short and thick. After it becomes short and thick, it will be clearly visible. Then after the form, it will be clearly visible. You will see that each chromosome has a pair, and that pair is linked together by a round structure to be known as centromere. Then the next step is the centrosome, which lies to either one of the poles of the cell, redivide, and a duplicated centrosome will be formed. After the formation of the centrosome will move either to one of the poles. Okay, and after it moves to the poles, ester formation takes place. Ester formation is nothing but star-like structure in the centrosome. After the ester formation, these esters will give rise to a structure to be called as spindle fiber. What are they known as? Spindle fiber. After the formation of the spindle fiber, the nuclear membrane disappears. After the disappearance of the nuclear membrane, these chromosomes will line up at the equatorial plane. So each chromosome will come here. Something like this. Can you see this? Something like this. So this happens in the prophase. Now we will try to understand what happens in the metaphase. What happens in the metaphase? In the metaphase, the duplication of the chromosome arranges on the equatorial plane. Each chromosome gets attached to the spindle fiber by the centromere. So in the metaphase, what happens? Spindle fiber is already there, no? What is there? Spindle fiber is already there. So the chromosome gets attached to the spindle fiber with the help of the centromere. Okay, this happens in the metaphase, and these are nothing but a chromosome. Did you understand? This happens in the metaphase. Then in the anaphase, what happens in the anaphase is, the centromere attaching the two chromatids divides and split. The two sister chromatids of each chromosome separate and are drawn apart towards the opposite poles, pulled by shortening of the spindle fiber. The furrow starts to appear in the cell membrane. So in the anaphase, in this particular phase, what happens? These spindle fiber becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. Therefore, these chromosomes are pulled apart. These chromosomes are, what happens to this chromosome? They are pulled apart. Okay, they are pulled apart and they go further up in this way. The centromere disappear and the chromosomes are pulled apart, and then slowly a furrow appears in the cell. This happens in the anaphase. Then ultimately in the telophase, what happens is two sets of chromosomes reach the opposite pole. So these sets of chromosomes then basically reach the opposite pole here. It reaches the opposite pole in the what? Telophase. Okay. Then the spindle fiber disappear. The spindle fiber disappears. What happens? Then the chromatids thins out to form a chromatin fiber. Nuclear membrane reappears. What appears? Nuclear membrane reappears. After the formation of nuclear membrane, the cleavage furrow starts deepening and the cell basically divide into two daughter cells. Then the last one obviously to be called as cytokinesis, okay, which is basically not considered as a part of mitosis, but it takes place in the cell division. It basically says the cleavage furrow deepens totally and two separate cells are found, and that is known as cytokinesis. So this was what is to be known as cell division of mitosis.